Please close the eyes for a moment. Praying to God and Masters. Om Namo Gobhya Shrimatibhya Saurabhayibhya Eva Cha Namo Brahma Sutabhyascha Pavitrabhyo Namo Namaha. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sah Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. I bow to all the cows like Shrimati, Surabhi and daughter of Brahma who impart purity to everyone. May God protect us all. May we take food together. May we meditate and pray together. May we attain wisdom through our study and discussion. May there be no conflict among us. May there be peace within and everywhere. Om. Amen. I humbly bow to all-pervading divinity. I bow to all the saints and sages of all times and places. I bow to the lineage of Kriya Yoga masters. And I bow to each one of you perceiving divinity in all. Good morning and welcome to this celebration of Go Navaratri, which we are observing in Hariharananda Gurukulam Balighai and also in the Temple of Compassion, Texas Ashram. Sanatana Dharma, the eternal religion, which is also known as Hinduism in the modern time, is the most ancient religion based on values to live a life of harmony with nature, considering everything in creation as divine. Vedas teach us that every human being born on Earth planet is indebted to 5 factors: God, gurus, also the teachers, parents, nature, and society. We call it Pancharina. Since all our lives we receive a lot from them, it is our moral duty to show gratitude and preserve them. Vedas teach us that divinity is omnipresent, Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. Therefore, Hindus not only believe in this truth, but also practice by worshipping all-pervading divinity in different names and forms, including 5 gross elements and forces of nature, along with all living beings. India, since time immemorial, the cradle of civilization, has been teaching the practices of kindness, compassion, love, and non-violence, as well as cultivating an intense feeling of gratitude towards every living being, including plants, animals, and humans. The cows in India are called Veda Lakshana Go, and the cattle with a hump and dewlap are called Brahmin cows in the West. These cows take care of all the facets of the earth. The cows produce more milk than their calves can drink. Their dung and urine are good for the soil, water, plants, and ecology, and are consumed by humans in countless Ayurvedic medicines and cosmetics. Milk and milk products are a nectar for life, nourishing the human body, mind, and brain, and supporting human efforts for spiritual evolution. Cows are most sattvic, spiritual, calm, and peaceful creatures in the nature. They provide loving companionship for humans. From the rishis' hermitage in the forest to the householders in the villages, everyone keeps cows and cattle. Their presence changes the environment and ecology in a very positive and healthy manner. The cow is not just the mother of humans, it is the mother of all creation. That's why it is said, Gavah Vishwasya Matarah. Cow is the mother of universe. The question comes, why cow is mother of the universe? In the Veda it is said, in the cow all the deities are present. Therefore, cow represents all the different forms of divinity. Couple of facts for which we worship cow as mother. The clarified butter or ghee produced from cow is used to perform fire ceremony, which is a system of balancing the ecology. Oxen helps in farming. Cow dung is used as organic fertilizer and biogas fuel to cook. Cow urine is used to cure cancer and many diseases. Cow is the best recycle system to make compost in one day, as we feed her vegetable and fruit skin, and within one day it is prepared as organic compost. There is no other system better than cow in the world. Cow products are nectar and cure for many diseases. Every part of cow, like blood, intestine, skin, and flesh, is useful even after her death. That's why we are indebted to cow. Cow's milk is the best after mother's milk for a baby. We need to remember that life is not monotonous. It is a joyful celebration. Monotony and mechanical living lead to melancholy and gradual madness. Celebration brings flavor and fun to life. Celebration transfer wealth from rich to the poor because the rich spend more on celebrations as active participants, while others share their skills and talents. Since time immemorial, India has been a land of celebrations. Every month, several celebrations occur that add to joy of human life. Every celebration needs elaborate preparations which keeps our minds engaged with activity and joy. When our minds are busy with noble activities, our minds are in high spirits and life is naturally full of joy and contentment. In the light of this, saints and sages seers and seekers have started countless celebrations in India. Among these, Navaratri is quite special and is celebrated several times every year. Navaratri has symbolic meanings. So I'll define. Navaratri is compound Sanskrit word formed from Nava and Ratri. Nava is defined as Nuyate Stuyate Iti, that which is appreciated and adored. Other meanings of Navaratri are hymn, praise, new, youthful, and also number 9. Ratra or Ratri means night. In the scripture, Narada Pancharatra, first chapter, 44th verse, it is defined as Ratram cha Jnana Vachanam Jnanam Panchavidham Smritam. Ratram indicates 5 kinds of knowledge. Word Ratram is derived from root verb ra. Ra means to give. And it is described as Rati Dadati Karmebhyah Avasaram Nidradi Sukham Va. Ratram or Ratri is that which bestows rest from all activities and grant happiness through sleep and the like. The number 9 is a special number that is considered divine. We call it Brahma Sankhya. The digits of any multiplication of 9 can be summed up and will equal 9. Just as any creation of divine is permeated by the divine. Therefore, Navaratri has 4 meanings. Number 1, Navaratri means 9 nights. Second is divine wisdom. Third is new knowledge. Fourth is a special Vedic rite. Since the Vedic period, Navaratri, the 9 days of worshipping Divine Mother, is celebrated for the spiritual evolution of a seeker and for protecting creation from the clutches of evil forces, both individually and collectively. There are different Navaratris we celebrate in India. Some are quite popular, some are observed regionally, and others are less popular. For example, first Navaratri, which is very important, Sharada Navaratri. This is the most celebrated Navaratri, and it is named after the season. Sharad means autumn. It is observed in the month of Ashwin between September and October to worship Divine Mother Durga. The second one is Vasanta Navaratri, which is celebrated between the month of March and April. It is known as Chaitra Navaratri because it is observed in the month of Chaitra. And this Navaratri is named after the Vasant or spring. It is also dedicated to Mother Durga. Then third, other Navaratris are minor and observed regionally or by individuals. So among them, one is known as Ashada Navaratri, otherwise known as Guhya or Gupta, means secret Navaratri. It is mostly a tantric practice that falls in the month of Ashada between June and July. During the first days of monsoons, in Assam and Bengal, people celebrate this Ashada Navaratri with special rituals, especially in the Divine Mother's temple of Kamakhya in Assam, where people believe that the Divine Mother has her period. This Navaratri is also known as Varahi Navaratri, as many people worship Divine Mother Varahi, who is quite popular in South India. Second in these minor Navaratris is called Kartika Navaratri or Go Navaratri, which falls in the month of Kartika between October and November. It is 9 days dedicated to Mother Cow. Another Navaratri is called Pausha Navaratri, which is celebrated in the month of Paush between December and January. It is also referred to as Shakambhari Navaratri because it is dedicated to Divine Mother Shakambhari, and it begins during the 8th moon known as Vanada Ashtami and ends on full moon called Devabhisheka Purnima or Shakambhari Purnima. So Paush Navaratri is quite popular in Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Karnataka and Maharashtra states of India. Then fourth in this category, Magha Navaratri. Magha Navaratri is also known as Gupta or Secret Navaratri, occurring in the month of Magha between January and February. The 5th day of this celebration is observed as Vasanta Panchami, dedicated to the worship of Mother Saraswati, goddess of speech and knowledge. It is also official beginning of spring. The 8th moon is called Bhishma Ashtami, the day of Bhishma's liberation. This Magha Navaratri is predominantly celebrated in northern India, in Himachal Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana, Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh states. Today, we will discuss about Go Navaratri. What is Go Navaratri? The month of Kartik is special because it precedes Margashirsha, November-December month. In the Bhagavad Gita, 10th chapter, 35th verse, Lord Krishna said, Masanam Margashirsho Aham. I am Margashirsha month among all the months. Go Navaratri falls in the month of Kartika, beginning on the first day of the waxing moon and ending on 9th day. This 9-day celebration is dedicated to Divine Mother in the form of a cow. Therefore, it is called Go Navaratri. Although it was once a common practice in India, but it was forgotten with the passage of time. Its practices is now being revived. We should be thankful and grateful for the cow's contribution to our lives from the social, economic, health, ecological and religious points of view. People observe fast, chant, offer oblations, make resolutions to care for cattle and worship the Divine Mother in the form of cows and bulls as a symbol of values and morality. It is celebrated to create awareness among people. Lord Krishna worshipped Surabhi, the divine cow, who was incarnated with the calf Manoratha through Lord Krishna's divine will. The mantra Om Surabhyai Namaha is a 6-syllable mantra that leads to spiritual evolution when chanted with love and devotion. This mantra is like a wish-fulfilling tree for a seeker. The Devi Bhagavat Mahapurana, 9th book, 49th chapter, verse number 13 and 14, provides an elaborate discussion on this worship of Divine Mother Cow. During these 9 days of Go Navaratri celebration, there are special days and worships every day. So these celebrations during Go Navaratri are unique. We will discuss a little bit more about it. Govardhan Puja falls on the first day of Go Navaratri. Go Puja means worship of cattle. Govardhan Puja, worship of sacred Govardhan hill. And Annakut. Annakut, literally a mountain of food or a large gathering of varieties of cooked food offered to the Lord and distributed. So these three things, Go Puja, Govardhana Puja and Annakut, were initiated by Lord Krishna. Govardhana means protection, preservation and propagating cattle populations for the prosperity of the earth and all living beings, including humans. Other meanings of word go are sense organs, earth, sun rays, tongue, universe, and so on. Vardhana means expansion or extension. Govardhana in yogic practice is a technique called Khechari Mudra. Surabhi, the divine cow, manifested with her calf Manorath on this day of Govardhana Puja, first day, in Vrindavan. So Srimad Devi Bhagavad Mahapurana, 9th book, 49th chapter, 13th and 14th verse state, Pujam Chakara Bhagavan Surabhyascha Puramune. O sage, the Lord performed the worship of Surabhi in the past, and Deepanvita Aparadine Shri Krishnasya Agyaya Harehe Babhuva Surabhi Pujya. The day after Deepavali, the festival of light, following the words and instructions of Lord Krishna, Surabhi Puja was performed. It is for Divine Mother cow. On this day, first day, at night, King Bali is worshipped, who was sent to underworld Patala by Lord Vishnu in the form of a dwarf named as Vamana. According to this story in Bhagavatam, Bali Pratipada, this first day is known as Bali Pratipada, commemorates the annual return of Bali to earth and the victory of Vamana, who is one of many creative incarnations of Lord Vishnu and the fifth incarnation in the Dashavatara list. Let's come to the second day. Yamadvitiya is celebrated on the second day, dedicated to Yama, the Lord of Death. On this day, Lord Yama is worshipped along with Lord Chitragupta and Yamaduts, his attendants. It symbolically refers to living a healthy and long life with good human relationships. Yamadvitiya is a celebration that commemorates the unconditional love and bond between a brother and sister. That is why this festival is also known as Bhratru-Dvitiya. In southern India, this day is celebrated as Yamadvitiya, while in northern India, this festival is known as Bhai Dooj. As the legend has it, when Lord Yama paid a visit to his sister Yamuna or Yami, she welcomed him with garlands and arati. She put vermilion or tilak on his forehead and prayed for his happiness and offered him sweets, which was followed by a grand feast. Yamaraj was very pleased with such a welcome and to give a unique gift to his sister. The Lord of Death professed that the brothers who will visit their sisters on this day and are welcomed with arati, tilaka, and meals prepared by their sisters will be protected from all evil forces and will be blessed with a long life. From that day onwards, this day was celebrated with great vigor and love among brothers and sisters across India as Yama Dvitiya or Bhai Dooj. The next celebration in Go Navaratri is Naga Chaturthi. Naga Chaturthi falls on the fourth day, dedicated to the protection and preservation of serpents. In the Kshir Sagar, ocean of milk, the Adi Shesha Naga, divine serpent, is found above the Lord Vishnu. And its younger brother Vasuki is surrounded around Lord Shiva's neck. Vasuki became the masonry rope at the time of churning of ocean, Samudra Manthan. Thus, he was also an invaluable contributor to the churning of ocean. All human beings are grateful for this contribution of Naga Vasuki for the welfare of the creation. So on this day of Naga Chaturthi, also Lord Shiva drank the toxic poison Halahala from the sea churning to save the entire universe. Therefore, Naga Chaturthi is observed to express our gratitude and respect towards serpent gods. In yogic and tantric practices, serpent represents the unmanifested divine energy, also known as Kundalini Shakti. For self-realization, this energy is elevated and awakened by some techniques learned from a realized Guru preceptor. The next celebration is Jaya Panchami. Jaya Panchami is the worship of Lord Hari with Jaya on the fifth day. This worship helps us to be free from all impurities and create successful lives. Jaya means victory. Therefore, worshipping Divine Mother Jaya is the symbol of achieving victory on our inner enemies like ego, anger, hatred, greed, and jealousy, and attain knowledge. Then comes Vanhi Mahotsava. Vanhi Mahotsava is observed when the sixth moon and Tuesday are conjunct to celebrate freedom from diseases and other human weaknesses. This day, fire god Agni and Divine Mother is worshipped as Shashti Devi, who is none but the form of Mother Katyayani. Again, Devi Bhagavat Puran narrates the story of Shashti Devi. It says, the son of Manu, who is progenitor of mankind, King Priyavrata, he was the son of Manu. So King Priyavrata and his wife Malini were unable to have children. To beget a male heir to the throne, they decided to perform Putra Kameshti Yajna, which involved a special fire ceremony. After almost 12 years of fire ceremony, Malini gave birth, but it was a stillborn son. After they had mourned, the two set out to cremate their only child. On their way to the cremation ground, they encountered a celestial-looking woman in front of them. She was clad in silk and bedecked with jewels. She was even set on a huge cat. Curiously, Queen Malini asked, "You don't look like human. May I ask you your name, please?" So Devi said, "I am Shashti. They also call me Devasena, the daughter of Brahma and the wife of Shiva's son Kartikeya. Of what service can we be to you, goddess?" asked the king Priyavrat. She said, "I am the protector of children. I have the power to help childless parents beget children. I am here to take your son to Devaloka, means heaven, with me." She took the child in her arms, who miraculously started crying and started to disappear. But the bereaved parents could not let their child go. So King Priyavrat begged, "We are a childless couple and yearn for a son. I am also responsible for the well-being of my people. I am getting old. Who will look after them once I am gone? I beg you, your grace, to let my wife and I keep our beautiful baby." After a lot of cajoling, Shashti Devi relented, but only on one condition. "I want you to spread the word about my powers to all the three worlds. I also name your son Suvrata, and he will be famed Prajapati and great ruler." And indeed, when Surat grew up, he became the chief in command of Skanda, the commander-in-chief of the army of divine beings. And since then, especially in Bengal, Shashti Devi is worshipped as goddess who looks over the children and their good health. Then comes Shaka Saptami. Shaka Saptami dedicates the seventh day to plants that are used for food and that help us live joyful life while maintaining ecological balance. Green vegetables are offered to Divine Mother Shakambhari Devi. Shakambhari is an incarnation of goddess Parvati. She is the Divine Mother called the bearer of the greens. It is said that in the times of famine, the goddess Parvati comes down as Shakambhari and gives food to the hungry. Let's discuss about the eighth day. Gopa Ashtami or Goshtha Ashtami is the eighth day celebration commemorating Lord Krishna's role as a cowherd. Accompanied by his friends, little Krishna started to care for cows when he was about 5 years old. On this day, people worship cows and calves in particular, and all cattle in general with love and adoration. As per the legends, it is believed that Lord Indra, who is the ruler in heaven, because of his ego wanted to showcase his prowess to all the Vrindavan people. Indra decided to flood the entire region of Vraja so that the people bow in front of the deity, and therefore it resulted in 7-day long torrential rains. Lord Krishna realized that the region and the people are in danger. So to save them, he lifted the Govardhana hill on his little finger to offer shelter to all the beings. On the 8th day, Lord Indra realized his mistake and the rains stopped. Lord Indra sought forgiveness from Lord Krishna. Surabhi cow showered milk on Lord Indra and Lord Krishna and declared Lord Krishna as Govinda, who is meant to be Lord of cows. Though it was the 8th day, which is called as Ashtami, that particular day is celebrated as Gopa Ashtami. So on this day, cows are given a bath, decorated with beautiful cloths and ornaments, and we worship elaborately all the cows. Then comes Kartik Navami. Kartik Navami is called Akshaya Navami or Amalaki or Amla Navami. It marks the day when Treta Yuga commenced on the earth. It is also a day to worship cattle and give them as gifts to worthy people. On this day, people also worship Lord Narayana under the shade of Amla tree, which is called Indian gooseberry, used in Ayurvedic medicines also. In the regions of West Bengal, this particular day, Akshaya Navami, is rejoiced as Jagadhatri Puja, where the devotees worship Jagadhatri, goddess of Sattva, with keen devotion. The day is also recognized as Kushmanda Navami, as on this particular day, Lord Vishnu had killed demon Kushmanda and restricted the spread of immorality in the universe. So Akshaya Navami, we do Abhisheka, giving consecrated bath to Lord Narayana under the shade of Amla tree. Just as the 10th day in Sharada and Vasanta Navaratri are called Vijaya, the day of victory, Sarvabhauma Vrata is also known as Asha Dashami. So the 10th day is called Asha Dashami. When celebrated, it causes all noble wishes to be fulfilled. So this is how every day is a special worship in different names and forms of same all-pervading divinity during Go Navaratri. Let us think a little. Where are we now? The world is facing crisis in agriculture, food, health, ecological imbalance, and global warming, along with unrest, violence, terrorism, earthquakes, cyclones, irregular rain, drought, and floods. The causes of all these disasters are disrespect towards Mother Earth and destruction of the cattle population. It is essential to preserve these for natural farming and healthy living. Now, many people in the Western countries are starting to awaken and rectify mistakes by pursuing natural farming and taking care of their health through yoga and alternative medicines. But people in India are still spreading chemical fertilizers in the fields and augmenting disaster by not properly caring for cows, which was a message of Indian seers, ancient sages, for healthy and happy living. As modern science has gradually declared the importance of Indian cow's milk, milk products, dung, urine, as well as their presence in human lives, people are becoming aware of their follies and ignorance. This is the time for us to awaken and create peace and prosperity by practicing with love and harmony. Go Navaratri is a celebration for realizing this goal through a new understanding of significance of the mother cow. We must properly utilize cow dung, cow urine, milk, and other cow products with love as a token of our gratitude. So we are celebrating this Go Navratri to worship divinity in various forms, especially mother cow, to pay our respect, to express our gratitude, not only to mother cow, but all the different elements, five gross elements and forces of nature. So let us come together and resolve that we will maintain harmony with this creation, will not destroy this beautiful creation, the nature given by God, will respect, preserve ecology, and we will maintain a joyful, healthy life through these celebrations. Let us all celebrate this Go Navratri with more love, peace, prosperity. I am praying to God. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayah, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May all become happy and healthy, loving, noble and generous. May there be no suffering or sorrow. May there be more love, peace, prosperity and harmony among us and in this entire creation. May the blessings of God, all the masters, blessings of Divine Mother Cow Surabhi be upon us all and everywhere. Om. Amen. Thank you all.